Oh, restream. What's happening, y'all? What's happening? How's everybody doing today? Yeah, I go live. I go live. I've been trying two more. Trying to once a week at this point, y'all. Trying to once a week. I'm on pace right now. I've also been thinking too, you guys, I might start going live, even if it's just for, half hour bits, 20-minute bits, just so if I want to cover something, quickly or something short, it doesn't necessarily mean I have to be on for an hour, right? I watch I like to watch Aiden Ross, man. He's all right. And yeah, sometimes he'll go live for 10-minute bits, man. So I also saw that Aiden is going to Kick. Let's see if it went live. Hey, it did. That's what's up. Cool. So, y'all, I'm on Kick now as well. If you guys want to add me on kick.com, NightGuy333 as always, y'all. How's everybody doing? Facebook. What's happening? Good to see you guys here. Good to see you guys here. Thank you for the donation. What up, Frank and Beans? Hey, I ain't seen you in a while. So yeah, I'm gonna do that too. I'm gonna actually probably start looping my lives. I might even dig up some really old ones that I did way back in my early TikTok days, y'all. And I had some good lives back then, so I may start downloading those and looping them. Try to play lives and live streams for, hours at a time. 10, 12-hour days. So yeah, so check me out on Kick. Will you guys do me a solid there? I'm going to start streaming there as well. So what I like and what I've been hearing about Kick, right? Kick.com. It was actually created by a Twitch streamer. And the reason he created the app, or not app yet, I imagine it'll be an app sooner or later, but right now it's just a website. The reason he created Kick.com was literally for freedom of speech. Literally, he created Kick because he wants to have a totally 100% uncensored platform for live streamers. So I thought that was a pretty cool thing. And you guys know my stuff can be edgy at times. So who knows? Maybe Kick will be the platform that I get to talk about whatever I want, from the vaccines to, what's going on with Ukraine to the World War, possible World War III scenario, because sometimes I avoid the politics on here. Well, at least YouTube, Facebook, and the others. Twitter's actually pretty solid right now. I'm not saying Facebook and YouTube are not. I'm not saying that at all. But I just like to leave politics off Facebook and YouTube. I just like to keep politics separate from those for the most part. And other issues, other social issues as well that are going on. I kind of try to not touch on those if they're controversial. You know what I'm saying? Even stuff like the East Palestine whole train incident there. What's going on with that? That's crazy though, you guys. So I saw something today. Actually, my girl told me this. She saw something. She saw that apparently, and I haven't really checked into it or not fully, but I think, I don't know why it's, she's pretty smart, so I don't know why she would have misinformation, but supposedly there was like 5 people, right, that were heading to East Palestine, and they were environmentalists. They were going to check the water quality, the soil quality, the air quality, and the like. Apparently they took off, I don't know, yesterday morning. And the plane never made it. So that's crazy. All 5 passengers on the plane did not make it. I don't know what to make of all that. Could it be a fluke? Absolutely. It could be a fluke, but common sense says one thing, at the end of the day of that situation there. And then, see, this is the stuff, I really kind of watch what I say, but I'm seeing a lot of, like, wasn't there your uranium plant explosion down in Florida? A uranium plant or a uranium producing type factory that has to do with possibly nukes down in Florida, Tennessee. Okay. Thank you, Cassie. Thank you. Tennessee then. Okay. Ask any welder whose containers didn't break, they were tampered. Fentanyl. What are you talking about? I didn't hear anything about fentanyl. So Tennessee. And then there was another factory that recently blew up that was an environmentally driven type factory that produces, things they produce equipment and stuff like that, the like, to check quality of water, air, and all that stuff. And they're supposed to combat any spills and stuff like that. In Ohio, I want to say, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's in Ohio. That factory just more or less had a large explosion as well. And I'm sure there's more. I think there's more. There was a lot of people injured in that explosion there in Ohio. I don't think I heard of any deaths necessarily. But, yeah, you think it could be the Russians, huh? The Russians. Interesting. Yeah. I always think about this, you guys, when I think about all the stuff that's going on, right? When I think about all the stuff that's happening around the world, okay? I always remember this quote from Shakespeare. All the world's a stage, and all of us men are just merely players. All the world is a stage, and all of us men are merely players. I always think about that quote when stuff like that goes down. And Shakespeare was probably, he was pretty well known and he was pretty high up. So he was probably within possibly within the occult type stuff or, things along those lines. So, yeah, it just everything, I always watch what's going on and I keep up on everything. Even I don't like to watch, like my TV doesn't go on all day. But for the most part, I see what's online and stuff like that. So I keep up on everything. And yeah, you can't help but wonder, just the whole thing going on with Ukraine and Russia and China. Did you guys see China's statements about us the other day? I do have a TV. China's statements about us the other day were somewhat concerning to me. Shoot, I think I got it sent here. Hold on here. So real quick too, you guys. If you look here behind me in my screen behind me here. Where is that? You'll see some photos. These are what's going to be on, and I actually already have the apparel, some of it created. So if you guys want to go check it out, God, I think she told me that because it's all my girlfriend creating all this stuff. She's doing it all, and she's doing all these pictures and these images, man. Y'all, it's sick. It's so sick. I've been waiting and waiting, y'all, to find somehow to create imagery of Nephilim, giants, extraterrestrials, you name it. All of basically every legend and lore that I speak of, I've been wanting to do swag with it. You know what I'm saying? Think about how, I just always thought about how sweet those were. And dude, she came up with it. I don't know how she did it. It's sick. I mean, y'all, these are sick. These are going to be on my shirts, fam. All these pictures. I already have, that's my main Night God logo now, updated. But this is a Nephilim here behind me, a fallen angel. And what's cool is, I'm going to put the image up. The image is on the front of the shirts, this image, and that the other one over yonder, I'm kind of backwards. And then I put fallen angel or Nephilim down the sleeve. So check it out, you guys. I don't have my YouTube hooked up. I don't have Facebook hooked up to the shop yet. I'm working on it. But if you check out my webpage, nightgod333.net, and I actually just ordered one, so I'll be wearing them here soon. But y'all, and it's not even, we ain't even tapped in, fam. There's so much more. I'm about to put on some t-shirts and some hats. They are sick as hell, guys. Make sure you get what you got. You get what you want there, and make sure you pick up some of your Night God swag, y'all. Pick it up, because you ain't gonna find no gear like it. I'm telling you, there is no imagery like it on the market. It's gonna be sick. Right now, we're just really early in the early stages of it, but I'm telling you, they're gonna be graphic tees that are just wild, y'all. Hey, I know hats. Hats is a tough one, fam. Hats is a tough one. I hear you on the 50 or the fitted caps. I'm thinking about what I'm thinking about doing for the fitted caps. All right. I'm thinking about just making or setting something up to where I can just take special orders for fitted caps. All right. I could take special orders for fitteds. All right. I'm thinking about something like that. I just don't understand it. We're using Printify right now and Shopify. You can't find producers of apparel hardly ever. Spreadshirt does have fitteds. But they were about the only ones, and they're just the quality that's not quite there. And what's cool about what's cool about Printify is you can print all over. You're not restricted. Like, I got a dragon shirt right now, you guys, on my, here, I'll show you real quick. Let me show you. My God. Hold on here. Let me get you guys on the old, window capture here. All right, so you should be able to see everything. And actually, hold on here. I figured something out that I should have figured out a long time ago, guys. I went ahead and I started watching my lives on another screen, so I know what you guys see, and it helps a lot. Surprisingly, it helps an awful lot. So yeah, I've been doing that. I got my tablet set up so I can see the screen with you guys. Hold on here. I got to get myself from behind this pic though. Let me go above the screen capture. There I am. Sorry guys. Okay, hold on. So yeah, it's nightgod333.net. Just 33s.net. Boom. There's the web page. It is much better and much different than my previous setups. So yeah, it's nightgod333.net. Hold up. Okay, hold on. Let me turn this down here. Okay, there you go. Yep, you see it? All right, cool. Then you go to shop right here. And if you want to check out my videos, you guys, I'm always posting. My videos go straight to the webpage as well. So right there, you click on videos, and it has all the videos I got. Okay, it's connected to my YouTube, I want to say. Podcasts, I'm working on it. It's with Anchor, but I'm working on putting my podcast here. And then you got the shop. Okay, that's all we got right now. It's early. Okay. This shirt right here, quick view. This is not just a plain Jane shirt. Right here. Let's see. See if we can get it. There you go. That's on the back of it. Right? That's on the back of it. So it's sick. It's unisex. Check it out. This is one of the more quality premium style hoodies that I got. So you can see it's got the white, the inside of the hood's white. But yeah, that's the type of stuff we're going to be rocking, y'all. This, like that dragon, that is sick. We're going to put like Night God here on the front, and then we'll do some sleeve stuff. We're going to make it all pretty cool, pretty unique in its own right. There's one of the giant shirts. We're going to be putting that on a sweatshirt. And you can choose your own color and all that stuff. You know, you can switch up the color. Solid black, you know, solid gray, solid green. You know what I mean? If you want to change up the color. But there is a long sleeve. That's with my actual logo. And then it's got Night God 333 down the sleeve. Just stuff like that. So I'm upping the game on the apparel, fam. I'm upping the game to another level. I'm hoping that possibly maybe it'll catch on. I'm hoping that it'll catch on and maybe people will be looking specifically for my stuff. You know what I'm saying? Splitting it with the old lady right down the middle. So we're doing a 50-50 split because she's creating all the designs. She's doing it. I don't know how. She's doing it, and it's awesome. It's freaking awesome. Like nothing I've ever seen, to be honest. I've never been able to find Nephilim giant apparel anywhere at all. So make sure you keep your eye on that because it's about to get sick. Were dragons good? Absolutely, dragons were good. Absolutely. Yeah, and I have more fallen angels too, y'all. Oh, and also, I didn't see them. She has also shirts that are going to be made. They got they're horoscope based. Horoscope based. All right. So, whatever your horoscope or whatever your sign, all right, whatever your sign is, horoscope, whatever your sign is, it'll be accustomed to you. So, we're doing stuff like that as well. So yeah, appreciate you guys for checking it out. Also, I wanted to show you guys real quick too. If you want to get a hold of me, all right, there's a contact button on here. Contact button. It'll send it straight to my email, nightgod87@protonmail, and you'll be able to get a hold of me. I've been getting quite a few emails, to be honest, just off this page so far. So pretty cool stuff. So that's it. That's the webpage. It's definitely a far cry from what it was. Thank God. I've needed it for a while now as a creator. So it's nice to have. It's nice to have. No, not all dragons are evil. Not all dragons are evil. That's definitely not true. Are there some evil? Yeah, sure, but not all dragons are evil. No way. It's just like everything, yin and yang, man. Yin and yang. Haven't you seen like Aragon? And then there's all kinds of dragon movies out there. There's some good ones. And How to Train Your Dragon, man. Come on, How to Train Your Dragon. It may be a cartoon, but there's something to it. And if you look on Google Earth, man, I've seen imagery where I for sure have seen people riding freaking dragons. Much love from Sudbury, Ontario, Canada. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Love your content, brother. You should do a Bigfoot shirt, too. There you go. All right. Yeah, I'll take suggestions, too. Send me messages. I appreciate it. Appreciate it, fam. For real. Bigfoot will be on a shirt. Absolutely. I'm going to do Wendigos. You name it, man. You name it. Reptilians. Yep. Pleiadians. I'm going to even do extraterrestrials as far as you go. So, yeah. No, as far as the GoFundMe, I mentioned it in the last live. I need to actually do an actual post about it. I should have already done it probably, but I got the last like $150. I got $150 like 2 days ago. So after the fees and everything, it was about $7,000, maybe a little bit more. And I sent it to her on Cash App. To her, it was actually her son's Cash App because she didn't have one. But I've been in contact with her. I even had somebody offer to donate their vehicle. I kind of want to, I'm a little leery on it for now. I'm kind of in touch with the person, but, they said they didn't have a vehicle, and, if they gave that one away, and it just, I don't know. And it's in Ohio. It's in northern Ohio, kind of by East Palestine, I want to say. Well, East Palestine's kind of a little more south and east, but yeah, I don't know. It makes me nervous a little bit. I don't really know about how I feel about going to Ohio anyway, because obviously I don't want her to go by herself, or if she did, she would have somebody with her, probably her brother, but I don't know. It's just crazy for somebody to give their whip away. You know what I'm saying? If they don't have another one, it just I don't know. Just something. He seemed like a really nice guy though. I was talking to him. He seems like a normal dude, really cool dude. Just crazy. Nothing wrong with Ohio? Okay. I'll take it from you. So, all right, y'all. I wanted to talk to you guys about the Russians versus the Annunaki. Okay, the birds are gone and the fish are dead. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I haven't heard much good, man. Yeah, that sounds fishy. That's kind of what I thought. Okay, I appreciate the opinion. Because I don't know, man. I don't know. Test the whip for radiation. That's what I was thinking. You know what I mean? Are they getting rid of it because the dang paint's melting from the acid rain or what? You know what I mean? Hey, and it's funny because after I did that GoFundMe, I had a couple people hit me up to do one for them, but that was a different circumstance, y'all. I knew that girl, her house burnt down. It was something I just felt I needed to do. Reptilians on the planet. And I want to also talk to you guys today about flat earth. Flat earth as well. A little bit about flat earth. Not saying, anything like I'm a flat earther or nothing like that. But I saw a pretty cool video explaining it. And I'd like to share it with you guys. Faith over fear. Yes, sir. And then we're going to talk about survival. All right? Survival. I got some stuff behind me. You can't see it right now. But I just got it in. It's a food pack, but it also has other stuff in it. And I actually have another survivor pack coming on the way. That one's more like not so food based. Your basically med kits, flints, knives, tents, blankets type stuff. So that one's a little different. And then of course, you got to have your ammo and your gun. Because honestly, guys, I've never been more worried about what could be. Hold on, I want to find this video. I probably could find it online. Hold on. Let me see here. I think it was the Chinese president. I'm not sure. But it was kind of grim. Chinese president remarks on U.S., maybe? Let's see here. This guy right here. Okay, I found it. Hold up here. Let me make sure you guys see me and everything. Okay, we're on the right page here. I forgot my headphones out in the living room. Hold on here. I'm going to play it for you guys. So,
中国民用无人飞艇误入美国领空，完全是个意外偶发事件。但考验的是美方对妥善管控危机、稳定中美关系的诚意和能力。美方不能一边要沟通对话，一边激化矛盾、升级危机，而应同中方相向而行，管控分歧，妥善处理这一意外偶发事件，避免误解误判，推动中美关系重回健康稳定发展轨道。中国民用无人飞艇误入美国领空，完全是个意外偶发事件。但考验的是美方对妥善管控危机、稳定中美关系的诚意和能力。美方不能一边要沟通对话，一边激化矛盾，升级危。
Well, that wasn't it. But he basically goes on to say, this gentleman here, he basically goes on to say that the United States has been playing world police for too long. We have our hands in every conflict out there. Basically, that they are willing to back Russia if need be about the whole Ukraine thing. They were talking like kind of scary, y'all. Like legitimately kind of scary. They were talking kind of scary about us. Basically that, it was kind of along the lines of what Putin said. If you saw, did you guys see Putin's speech about us? Did you all see that? Did you guys see Putin's speech, chat? Basically saying that the U.S. has lost its way. They've lost God. Talked about he did mention like the gender stuff. But he also mentioned that the celebrities have turned into satanic cult worshipers. You name it. He's pedos, yeah. I don't like saying that type of stuff on here, but yeah, he said stuff like that as well. That the United States citizens, need to see what's going on, basically, and stuff like that. Kind of scary stuff. And like I said, I always think about the Vajra Chronicles, man. The Vajra Chronicles, about Chinese army coming through Alaska, and it's funny because the balloon went that exact route. I don't know. It's scary stuff. I really hope nothing ever escalates to that, but I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. It's so hard to speak on it, right? It's just a tough subject to speak on at the end of the day. It's just, you're risking your platform. You know what I mean? To even speak on the stuff. And, I just don't, I don't know. In the Vajra Chronicles, it was like basically all, and all this stuff happening in the country and just, oh man, I don't know. It's scary, man. I'll tell you what, we gotta stick together though as citizens. We gotta stand together. I've been seeing a lot of fighting in interracial, like fighting, abuse, and just too much division going on, y'all. Too much division. We can't be divided like this. It's gotta be, and we gotta look at it like it's us, versus the institution. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we're only hurting ourselves by being divided. We need to stick together, and especially now, you know what I mean? Like, people can't, I don't think people quite, we've lived such a cush life and been so, I don't want to say like pampered, but like, we've just been so spoiled for so long, especially in this country, that people don't really understand the severity and really how close we are to a World War III scenario. It's scary close, guys. I keep in contact with a couple of buddies of mine from high school, and, we always follow the stuff. And, yeah, I mean, I'm getting texts from them saying shit's about to hit the fan, and all this stuff. And I'm like, man, no, I don't like to admit it. You know what I mean? I'd rather just try not to manifest it. But I'll tell you what, guys. And what's weird about all this, y'all, is they said we were surrounded by, at one time they said that there was Chinese and Russian warships that were kind of in our waters all the way around us, right? And what strikes me as odd is just we aren't showing any reaction to it all. We aren't showing any reaction as far as we aren't sending out warships, or we aren't, pushing the envelope on their end or anything like that. But also on top of that is, where are our allies? Where's Great Britain here? Where's France? Or where's the French? Where is our big ally? Because you got Russia and China, right? They're a force. They're a force to be reckoned with. Where's our it should have been Canada, but I don't know. They just don't seem to be, I don't know. It's just weird. They don't seem to be a force like China or Russia. It's like, who's our ally, Yeah, see, I think we're good too. It's not the fact or the issue of, are we good as a nation, right? As a government and as a nation, and technologically and all that, I do believe the United States is a huge superpower. You know what I mean? But here's the problem with that. It doesn't matter if we aren't being defended. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if the people that are supposed to be in charge aren't for us. You feel me? Hold on, guys. Sorry, guys. I heard puppy at the door. So, and let's see, you can't argue. Excuse me, I got a bite of apple. That the satanic worshipers are getting more bold. Scary sign. They're less worried about showing their hand, Super Bowls, Rihanna, the Grammys, all that stuff. Scary stuff. No. Had to get my headphones. Yeah, cottonmouth, yeah. Had to take a bite of an apple. So, yeah, it's wild out here. And so I'm going to kind of cut it off there. Like I said, you guys, I think I'm going to do a separate kick live stream. If you want to chat with me raw, uncut, and get my real opinion, and get how I really see things and how I really feel, we'll go on Kick here. Probably, I might start doing a Kick live the day after like my standard live, right? I might start doing a kick live the very next day after my standard live. All right. So keep your eye out for that. No, I've had many live streams. I know, and that's what's crazy. I've been seeing how, people are in the chat and in comments on videos saying how we don't want to fight. Like, we don't want to fight with China. We don't want no trouble. We don't want to fight with Russia. Why are we having to be put in the line of fire? I do have a Rumble as well, but I tried to go live on Rumble and I copied the stream key and everything. It's just being weird. It's a website, kick.com. Kick. Hell yeah, you like those pictures of the Nephilim? Badass. I am on Rumble for sure. NightGod333. So check me on Rumble. I may try to double up and do a live on there as well. Appreciate you, Marie. Good to see you, girl. She's a soldier. Doesn't miss a live. So, yeah, wasn't that crazy? So, you guys, did you see the video? Did you see the video of that gentleman from the Nibiru News Network? That told the story that I told. Hold on here. Oh, that was on Instagram. That's why. Crap. There we go. That was on Instagram. Hold on here. I'm going to screen record it and send it to myself. I want you guys to see this. Yeah, what he says is scary, y'all. And I'm not trying to promote fear or nothing like that, but it's really what's going down. I'm screen recording it and then I'll send it. And it has captions so you guys will be able to read it. And let's just put it out there first thing. China is no innocent party in all this, right? China is terrible to its people. They have they've enslaved all the Muslims in their nation. Okay. Here you go. Hold on here. Let me send this here. Yeah, they didn't publicize this very much. This got shared very, very low key on Instagram. They didn't put this in the news. All right. Come on, baby. I love airdrop.
美国是最大的，更令人担忧的是美国对世界和平稳定起到的破坏性作用。美国是最大的战争制造者。美国建国240多年的历史当中，只有16年没有打过仗。
Can you believe that,
二战结束以来，世界上
Can you believe that? Did you see what they said? What is really worrying, hold on. And you know what stinks about all that? Is we got no say. So it says, what is really worrying is the destructive influence of the United States on world peace and stability. America is the largest producer of war. The United States has not fought in a war just 16 years of its 240-year history. Can you believe that, y'all? Can't see it? All right, here, I'm going to read it for you. It's like I said, I'll read it again. What is really worrying is the destructive influence of the United States on world peace and stability. America is the largest producer of war. The United States has not fought in just 16 years of its 240-year history. Is that crazy? That's wild. Surprised you can't read it. The United States initiated about 80% of armed conflicts in the world since the end of World War II. It violates the sovereignty of other countries the most. He goes on to state. So you can't read that, huh? Hold on here. I wonder why. Hold on. I gotta turn off Stage Manager here. Oh, crap. Where'd it go? Like, if some of the stuff he's saying is true, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy. There it is. Let's see. Boom. Okay, now y'all can see it. Is it blurry? Here, let me expand it a little bit. Oh, come on. Boom. What the hell? All right, whatever. I'll read it as he goes.
二战结束以来，世界上发生的武装冲突当中，由美国发起的占到约80%。美国也是侵犯别国主权、干涉别国内政最多的国家。
And interferes in the internal affairs of other countries. After the end of World War II, the United States tried to overthrow more than 50 foreign governments. You think that's true? Obviously, he's probably just a propaganda machine to an extent. So, take it with a grain of salt. But since World War II, we've tried to overthrow 50 foreign governments. 50, y'all. Now, I'm all for, I get it. They're trying to fight communism, right? They're trying to fight communism is the idea behind all that. But at the end of the day, like, I'd almost rather just keep to yourself type. You know what I mean? We should just keep to ourselves. We've got it good here, man. Why even try to mess with it? Yeah, I have a hard time with it too. I'm not sitting here saying that absolutely he's telling all truth here, of course. Bottom line. But that's been the gist that, and that's it must be the Chinese. I don't know. He's definitely not the president. Violently interfered in elections in at least 30 countries and tried to kill more. This is Chinese. Kill more than 50 foreign leaders. The U.S. is the largest source of confrontation between camps. I don't know where they're getting their information, but this is the stuff we don't see, y'all. NATO's war against Afghanistan, Iraq, and Syria under the leadership of the United States resulted in the deaths of that many and 37 million refugees. I mean, he's calling us out cold, y'all. And dude, I just know I don't want to mess with China, dude. They scary, y'all. As long as America's hegemonic policies and belligerent tendencies continue, there will be no peace in the world. That's the statement that really scared me. That's the statement that really scared me. Right there. As long as America's hegemonic policies and belligerent tendencies continue, there will be no peace in the world. But then, I'll tell you here after this. Okay, so that's the end of it. But then, just a couple days later, China's president called for peace in Ukraine. just a couple days later. So it's like, man, I don't know what to think of it, all of it, you know? It's all crazy. That's kind of what I was thinking too. They're just reaching for excuses, right? But what do they have? Think about this though. What do they have to gain by attacking us? Really? We're their biggest consumer by far. We've made them rich, filthy rich. You know what I mean? What do they have to gain? Is what I think about all the time. You'd think China, they would want to keep us going. We're their biggest consumer by far. Yeah, but the China that's never won a war is a lot different than the China today. A lot different. Abe the Hunter TikTok. Huh, okay. All I know is they were talking about recently backing Russia in the Ukraine war. We've sent, I want to say we've sent close to 200 billion to Ukraine. Crazy. It's crazy stuff, especially like tax season right now. They want our land for their overpopulation. Yeah, I've thought that. For sure. So, I didn't ever hear a word about this, and I stumbled upon it from that video of this guy on TikTok from Nibiru News Network. He talks about how a Russian special forces team encountered Annunaki giants in Syrian underground tunnels. These gentlemen were on a search and destroy for 4 days. They were seeking out ISIS. I don't like calling them freedom fighters because I was getting crap for that the other day on ISIS terrorist group that was hauled up deep inside a network of tunnels. And the crew of Russians was probably 15 to 16 people deep. And they go in, basically find the ISIS group, neutralize them, and then they run into the Annunaki. They hear chirps. That was crazy to me. The beeps and chirps, right? The beeps and chirps was crazy to me. You can only just imagine what kind of tech they have at the end of the day. It's got to be super advanced stuff, guys. Super advanced stuff. So, the captain is standing there. They go into this next cavern where they hear these beeps and chirps. They think it's ISIS. They step into the cavern. It's 100 meters tall. Massive cavern. And they see anywhere from 5 to 15 meter Annunaki warriors. 5 to 15 meter, y'all. That's 15 to 45 feet. That's insane. 15 to 45 feet. These Annunaki warriors were. And not only that, their exoskeleton was resistant to our ammo, resistant to our ballistics completely. They would just bounce off, which is crazy to me. That's how advanced these Annunaki are. They're completely immune to our weaponry. So Captain Vasilyevich says engage. They start shooting. He watches a number of his men instantly. You guys, they have these particle beam weapons. These direct energy type weaponry where they said, and I found this fascinating about the whole thing, the gold ray coming out of them. The golden rays coming out of them. Do you think they use gold in those particle beam weapons? Do you think they use gold? That's mind-blowing if they do. Maybe that's why they are in such demand for gold. That's why they're so hungry for gold. Do they go as far as using gold in their particle beam weaponry? It even said in the story, you could see the gold flashing off the cavern walls. Literally disintegrates you to nothing but a pile of ash. You don't even know what hits you. It don't even hurt. It's just like gone. Don't even know what hit you. So he sees a number of his crew, Captain Vasilyevich, sees a number of his crew go down, and he instantly is like, no way, we ain't even close to these guys. We got to retreat. So he calls a retreat. Starts running away, and the Annunaki are pissed. So another question I have about this too. Were the Annunaki working with the ISIS soldiers? All right, Chet Hogan, what's up, buddy? I'll get a hold of you. Were the Annunaki working with the ISIS soldiers? Yeah, I almost wonder if they were. How could the ISIS soldiers be hauled up in a cavern that is literally right next to this cavern full of Annunaki? That's a little sus. It's kind of odd. Kind of odd. Yeah, but you never know. You never know. I don't know if they all eat man either. I think there's variations of them. In the story I told after the first story, the one about Syria, that was a little different creature, I think. I don't think those were just the Annunaki. I think they were different. I think they were a crossbreed. And the crossbreed reminded me of something like that movie Fright Night. Have you ever seen the movie Fright Night? Where they have all the fangs and they show up out of nowhere. Literally show up out of nowhere. It only happens like once every 1,000 years or something. 30 Days of Night in Alaska. Awesome movie, man. I love that movie. But these are the creatures that I was kind of describing that attacked Syria after they were attacked by Turkey. But anyway, Vasilyevich is trying to get out. He watches all of his comrades die, and he's almost had, but he escapes. He gets out of the cave, and the Annunaki stop at the cave entrance and just watch him. They did not pursue. They did not pursue. But the theory is that this area of the map, like Syria area, is full of Annunaki underground. So it is just a story with no proof, right? I understand that. But people always say proof, proof, proof. So why do they take witness testimony in murder cases, but they don't take witness testimony as far as, you know, encounters in scenarios like this? You know what I'm saying? After you hear enough witness testimony about encounters in these mountains, the Kandahar Giant, then also just 2 years ago, another encounter, and there's been many. At the end of the day, sooner or later, it's like enough accounts come forward or enough witnesses come forward. It's like you got to kind of give it some credibility. Now, do you really think also that they would ever release his body cam footage? Do you really think they'd ever produce evidence to the public? So when I sit here and I hear people like, I prove it, there's no proof, there's no physical. You guys, that's not what this is about. It's not what the whole page is about. Bottom line, at the end of the day, you got to be smart enough to know you're never going to get physical evidence in cases like this. Period. Ever. The government will never do it. They will never release it. They'll never give it up. They'll never tell you the stories properly. You got to just go by witness testimony from soldiers, telling other soldiers in their squads. A lot of times soldiers will leak information to fellow soldiers, just, get it off their chest, type situations. And it's a lot of times just by story, like word of mouth, which has been being done for thousands and thousands of years. Thousands and thousands of years, word of mouth stories have been told. And a lot of times they correlate all across the world. So I understand. I agree with proof. I do to an extent. I'd love to see a video of Annunaki soldiers getting it. You know what I mean? It'd be crazy. But bottom line is, you got to have enough knowledge or common sense to know the government will never, ever disclose the juicy stuff to you. Period. Word of mouth. Witness testimony. Yeah, there you go. And half the time, proof's probably fake. Right? A lot of times they can produce fake proof. So you got to just have faith in a way, I don't believe absolutely. You can't believe absolutely everything I post. I understand that. For the most part, when I post it, I do have, some inkling that it could be true. I don't discount everything, sometimes it's a little more outlandish of a story than than previous ones. But bottom line is, there's usually a small hint of truth to almost everything. I've seen a lot of different scenarios, for a lot of different witness testimony from soldiers and the like. There's a lot more that goes on than we will ever know. No, I'm not saying the earth is flat. We'll get to that. But it's crazy. So when I didn't even realize this, that was like 2020, and people were posting that story that guy told from Nuclear News. And his story came from a high-ranking Kremlin Russian official that he said he believes is a trusted source. So they locked up Vasilyevich as soon as he told the story. I'm not sure what happened to him at that point. But yeah, that's how it goes. And that's how it goes right there. If you're lucky enough to have an official leak it, then that's awesome. But for the most part, it usually never gets out unless a soldier tells the stories. So, of course, pictures of the soldiers. Yeah, I don't know. Bubbles can be flat, can't they? I don't know. That's why I say what I say in every video. I provide the information, let you decide. And hey, I'm averaging hellacious views, so people must like the stories, right? Bottom line, people like the stories at least, whether true or not. But, it's kind of hard for these, anti-conspirators to, with the state of society today, to continue to bash on us, because bottom line is, today, that niche, the conspiracy niche, is more popping than it's ever been with everything going on. Because guess what? The conspirators are getting it right. You know what I'm saying? Not all of it, but the conspirators are getting it right. Period. So, bottom line, you can deny it and hate on it all you want because you're scared, but some people it's just going to take smacking them right in the face before they realize it, you know? Some people think that people are inherently good, and I commend them for that, but money, power, greed, it fuels a lot of things. So in 2019, Trump left Syria. Trump was defending the Kurds, the Kurdish, right? Kurdish people from the Syrian army. So it was the Arabs and the Kurds in the city. Radalian. I can't remember the exact name of the city. It's a weird name. But you can look it up. If you look up Turkey attacks the Kurds in 2019, it comes right up. So Trump leaves because he's helping the Kurds out, and he's helping the Kurds defend their city against Turkey. Turkey is backing the People's Army of Syria, I want to say. So when Trump leaves, Turkey sees a green light. Now, prior to this engagement, Russia had a deal with Turkey not to attack the city until they eradicated the Annunaki. I guess Russia is like, they despise them, is what I read. Putin despises them. So he had a special unit ready for November to go and snuff out these Annunaki horde in the mountains. Well, when Trump leaves, Turkey goes against his agreement, or the president of Turkey goes against his agreement with Putin, and he attacks anyway. He starts raining mortars and bombs all over the city, killing thousands. It toppled the entire city. So at this point, the Anunnaki see this going on, and this is why I think, you guys, these are just a variation of the Anunnaki. They are not the actual Anunnaki. After reading this account, there's no way. The Anunnaki are not this, right? I believe they could be almost like a horde of Anunnaki. Like the Anunnaki almost control them. They're like a horde of the Anunnaki. Maybe have Anunnaki DNA crossed with some creature or something along those lines. Because these things were absolute bloodthirsty, and I didn't get as graphic in my video, but they were bloodthirsty killing machines. So about 35 to 40 of them pour out of the mountains while all this shelling is going on, and they start taking, doesn't matter, man, woman, children, dead bodies even. They start scooping them up and taking them back through their portals and their stargates, right? Now, this one was a little more outlandish than the other one, but it was still interesting. So it's said that these Anunnaki creatures were, what do they call it? They were totally draining the bodies of blood. And like kind of putting it in a nice way. Totally draining the bodies of blood. So it was almost like they were, like I said, like, I don't know, feeding? Without putting it. And I've never heard the Anunnaki, one time have I ever heard them to be vampire-esque creatures. The Anunnaki themselves. Never once have I heard that. So I want to say these creatures were not the Anunnaki. They were a horde of the Anunnaki. So they're literally grabbing anybody they can and taking them back through the portals, then bringing them back. And they're literally piling them up on a single street, in the middle of the street, according to this story. when the Russians, obviously they had caught wind that this was all going down, Putin sent 250 of his best, the Spetsnaz soldiers, to eradicate these Annunaki. But this time it was going to be different than previous times because they had found a defense or offense against them. They didn't say what, but they dipped the brass or the casings and the full metal jackets in this type liquid. I don't know what you would call it. Could have been, I don't know, mercury or something along those lines, something weird. They didn't disclose that in the article, but they had dipped all their rounds in this liquid. Garlic, right? Right? And when they pulled up, they saw the 35 Annunaki there, and they opened fire. Well, the Annunaki thought they were about to have it easy because, you know, they usually do. Their exoskeleton's impenetrable by bullets, but this time it didn't work out like that. They literally watched as each of them fell to the ground dead. I mean, think about it. You got AKs, and finally they're lethal against these Annunaki. They're done. And there's 250 of you, 35 of them. They're done. Well, I guess when these creatures are killed, they secrete some liquid. They secrete some, like, enzyme or something that causes them to instantly just disintegrate. And that's what tells me I believe they're a horde. You know what I mean? I believe they're just like some creatures that the Anunnaki built to fight in mass, like a lot of them. If this is real, all this stuff. This is just what I'm thinking. It's a creature the Anunnaki created to fight. And they didn't want their creation to get in the hands of the enemy, because what would the first thing we would do is we would harvest one of the bodies and we would totally dissect it and study it and see what they got. Well, they put in this like kill switch or whatever, I guess you'd say, that when they die, it goes off and it totally disintegrates the body, makes it unrecognizable to science, and boom. There you go. So supposedly they use these rounds, and then they have flashbangs as well that were lethal to them. I guess the Anunnaki generally hate high-pitched noises, high-pitched frequencies, which is crazy. So remember that. If you ever run into anything like that, get your whistle out. That was that on that battle. And supposedly there was another battle where the Russians were fighting again the Anunnaki, but they had a turret on top of a Humvee that shot direct energy lasers or direct energy. Yeah, like high-pitched noises, frequencies, all that. Yeah, like a dog whistle or something like that. Even just a loud regular whistle maybe. I don't know. But they were on the back of a Humvee, and there was a bunch of Anunnaki, the similar Horde type Anunnaki, and they just kept coming, and this laser just neutralized all of them, man. Crazy, right? So they're actually inventing and coming up with weaponry to battle these things, right? To battle these things. So at least if they do exist, we are doing something about it. It's crazy to me that Russia is one of the top fighters of it. And that's what makes me think Trump left, was this Anunnaki horde, right? This Anunnaki horde. That's what makes me think Trump left. No, I read that, bro. I'm not inventing. I'm not making it up. So, well, they had, where did I at least read that in here, I can show you guys the articles. They're actually pretty good stuff. Here, hold on. I'll read you one of them. How about that? I'll read you one of them, guys. Hold on here. Let me see if I bookmarked one. All right, here's an article. Annunaki strongholds revealed. This is supersoldiertalk.com. Supersoldiertalk.com. Article is from October 13th, 2019. So, is it credible? Arguable. You know what I'm saying? But can't just disregard it completely. It has to come from somewhere, right? Annunaki strongholds revealed. The Kremlin knows of at least 6 Annunaki strongholds. And the Kremlin is basically Russian top military officials, top political officials. According to Russian intelligence, the majority of the Annunaki nests are located in Syria, and at least one pocket of alien invaders is located in Iraq, Iran, and Yemen. The Kremlin has, for at least a decade, known the whereabouts of these malicious extraterrestrials, as President Putin has commanded his senior staff to brainstorm strategies to engage and defeat all the alien hideouts. Some details. The Anunnaki, he says, are immune to conventional firearms and ballistic weaponry, but are highly susceptible to next-generation, energy-based sonic munitions. Bullets bounce off them, but lasers vaporize them at contact. Right here. High-amplitude sound with 700 kilohertz to 2.3 megahertz range cause the Anunnaki to have severe pain and disorientation. The beings are bipedic humanoids between 7 and 15 feet tall. Some have talons on their hands. Others bear a close resemblance to humans. Talons, right? That's crazy. The variation in height are attributed to Anunnaki crossbreeding with other species. Combating these Anunnaki happens deep in a network of caverns scattered across the Syrian landscape. Moreover, they have constructed portals that allow them to instantly transport from one location to another. The portals are invisible to the human eye. The Anunnaki optically shielded them against any being unable to detect light at 400 angstroms, which humans cannot. The number of portals they have is unknown. When Russia's special forces try to engage, they simply enter a portal and materialize elsewhere. At least one Anunnaki was captured, but the information he gave is not known to be truthful. Until this day, it is not known how many of their forces there are. President Putin is spending vast amounts of currency to fight the Anunnaki hideouts, already confirmed. So that when they captured, they probably were able to test weaponry on it. Turkish military forces killed in combat with Anunnaki. Russian and Turkish forces clashed with Anunnaki in Syria. Sports betting on Bilbit in India. In the pre-dawn hours of Tuesday, 13th of October 2017, a joint Russian-Turkish military unit clashed with Anunnaki invaders 30 miles northwest of western Aleppo near the Turkish-Syrian border. A Turkish army convoy consisting of 100 commandos and multiple armored personnel carriers rendezvoused with the Russian Spetsnaz combat units and extraterrestrial specialists from Russia. President Putin and President Erdogan agreed the operation after confirmed reports of non-human entities massing near the border of the battle city. President Erdogan sought Putin's help, hearing legions of Anunnaki might leave Syria, a domain they have known to inhabit and plague for millennia. Despite Erdogan's commitments to NATO and the U.S., Putin was sympathetic to his plight. After all, Turkey had recently signed a deal to purchase S-400 air defense systems from Russia. Moreover, Putin sees the Anunnaki as a virus that must be wiped out from the planet. A source quote, Russian special forces have battled Anunnaki in the past. In the last 2 years alone, we have lost 3 expeditionary forces to extraterrestrial conflicts in the area. We lost because the creatures are almost immune to ballistic weapons. This time we had the advantage because we discovered that they had no defense against medium-strength energy weapons. How Putin becomes to know this is unclear. There are reports of a captured Annunaki which is supposedly used to test different kinds of non-conventional weapons, like lasers and direct energy beam weapons. He said the military unit employed cutting-edge vehicle-mounted lasers that produced a steady burst of 10 kilowatt energy, which vaporized Annunaki on contact. Because the Annunaki were hiding in a network of caves and needed flushing out, Turkish forces sustained an unconfirmed number of casualties during a protracted engagement lasting 2 hours. Many Turkish commandos went into the cave to meet their doom to round up the Annunaki. There are no handheld units of that weapon at this moment, but in the future there will be. Turkish soldiers had to draw them out for the Russian soldiers to target. Annunaki might be smart, but also not smart. If they had stayed deep in the caves where they were, the vehicle weapons could not have reached them. But they kept pouring out of the cave to avenge their fallen comrades. And 2 by 2 they fell. An estimated 50 to 75 Annunaki were reported to be destroyed by this new Russian technology. Hey, it's pretty detailed stuff, right? To be made up, man. That's pretty detailed stuff. Tell you, that guy's pretty smart for being able to make all that stuff up. James Rink. Guy's pretty smart to just be able to make up all that stuff. Huh. You know? Crazy. I told you I wasn't lying. Y'all thought I was bullshitting, making it up. Told you. Sound, 700 kilohertz. Crazy stuff. You never know what could kill him. You just don't know. So, yeah. Wild stuff, right? Wild stuff. Recently, too, there was also a soldier that admitted to the public that he knew of at least 10 to 12 nukes that have been shot or shut down in midair by extraterrestrials. Yeah, I'm trying to be on more often. Yeah, You know that, Danny Roderick? That's what's up. John Wallace? There's always something to think about. You know what I mean? And watch movies. There's a lot of truth to movies. I loved Moonfall. That was awesome. I watched Moonfall, and that was awesome. All right, so moving on to Enoch, the Book of Enoch, the portals. And I'm going to say my disclaimers for entertainment purposes only. All this stuff may or may not be true. It's just all good fun. So, yeah, I'm going to humor Flat Earth for a minute. All right, guys? I'm going to humor Flat Earth for a minute. Because I saw a video I liked. It intrigued me. So, I'm going to share it with you guys. So, in the Book of Enoch, when Enoch, I want to say it's one of the angels, takes Enoch around and shows him the reality of the planet and shows him everything. There's no question that goes unasked from Enoch. And he takes him to where the sun crosses over and it's portals. They called it portals 1 through 6. And the way it goes is, I'll show you here, actually. I actually have this kind of set up here. Where you at? Right there. All right. So, right here is a flat Earth map produced, I want to say, in the 80s. Yes. Wait, patent allowed? Never mind. No, it wasn't that old. And it must have been remade. in the 80s, but J.S. Christopher, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was remade in the 80s. Anyhow, here we have the new standard map of the world. This right here, guys. See it? Okay. And where's my little... Right here. So, this is how they explain it, right? So, you got your latitude, right? I remember latitude, fatitude. That's how they taught us in school. Latitude, fatitude is round. And then longitude, up and down. So, you got your latitude, and right here, this is where the sun rotates. God, I can't. It's so hard. It's like inverted, you guys. Here, I'm going to have to stand up. Let me try this. I'm going to have to stand up and look down on it so I can show you guys proper. Otherwise, I'm ass backwards here. It's too tricky. Okay. Right here. Boom. All right. Can you guys still hear me good? All right. So, right here. This is what a gentleman who... Actually, you know what I'll do? Here. There. Look at that. Much closer. Okay. That's better. Okay, so you have it right here, guys. This is the flat earth map. All right. Just like that. So in the summer, so this is what this gentleman was saying. He was saying some pretty good stuff, too. Okay. In summer solstice, this is how the sun rotates. Closer to the North Pole. Closer to the north. Here you have north, right here is in the center. This is how they explain on flat earth. I'm just explaining to you guys how flat earthers explain it. Okay? So, here's north, right in the center, North Pole, right there. Okay? South is considered all of the ice wall. Okay? All the ice wall. Okay? I'm going to shrink it down just a touch. Then you have east. Right? You guys are seeing it. East, yep, and west. Okay? In the summer solstice, the nights are the... How does it work? In summer solstice, it rotates closer to north, so that's why it's hot for us during the summer, okay? And it's slowly, every 30 days, okay? Say it starts out here. Here, I'll show you. I want to show you this real quick, too. Hold on. And in winter solstice, it's rotating outside of the just kind of outside of the planet, I guess you'd explain it like. Away from the North Pole. Hold on, I took a picture. I'm going to explain it better here. Hold on. Just be patient with me. It can be confusing, okay? So, this is how he wrote it up. There's your latitude lines, okay? It starts out here. It starts out here at 1. All right? So that'd be your first month, guys. That'd be January. Okay? For us, out here. That's January. And then 30 days goes by. And it goes from portal 1, and it says this in the book of Enoch. It goes from portal 1 to portal 2. Goes from 1 to 2 via portal. Then that's February. All right? Rotates that way. Rotates around that way. Okay? 30 days goes by. Goes from portal 2 to portal 3. March. And so on. April, May, June. June, where are you? Closer to the North Pole? That's summer. It's hotter. The sun's closer. Okay? It's not doing that, and that makes sense. It's not doing near as big of a circle. It's not doing near as big of a rotation or an orbit. Okay? And this is flat Earth is assuming the sun's local. It's not 400 million miles away or whatever they say it is. This is assuming, and it even says in the book of Enoch that the sun's the same size as the moon. All right? The sun's the same size as the moon. How do you think eclipse happens? You know what I mean? So it's colder while it's rotating way out here, closer to the ice wall, right? But it's rotating further away, longer days. Okay? And I thought about this the other day with daylight savings time, right? With daylight savings. That kind of throws the confusion of how long the days actually are in the winter and the summer, right? So you're here in June, and then 30 more days. You go back. It reverses. July, August, September, October, November, December. So it goes back through all the portals all the way back every 30 days. And that's where your weather comes from. Further away it is, colder it is. Right? January, you're way out here. February, get a little warmer. March, warmer yet, warmer yet, warmer yet. Right? And I guess how I use that in the logic, like if it's closer to the North Pole and it's only making such a small circle, right? It's not getting as far away from us at that point. It's staying right here, right over top of us. So it's warmer because the sun's presence is closer constantly, right? So as it backs out, it's going to get colder. And it's further away constantly, it's going to be cold. It's in close, it's going to be warm. You got the presence of the sun making a tight circle. Boom. You know what I'm saying? That's just what their logic is. I'm just presenting it, guys. You ain't got to be mad about it. I'm not saying it. I'm just showing you guys. All right? And then east, west, and then south. Then they explained it like this. Then this gentleman said this. All right? And I'll show you here. Hold on. I might have to airdrop it to my hold on here. I think you guys know how my page operates. You guys know how my page operates. I'll hear out anything. Okay? You guys know how my page operates. We got to be subjective here, and we got to listen. You can't just assume. All right? Hear out everybody's side of the story here. What's wrong with it? Right? Pair character flying in the air with a red cape and a smile on his face. There. And I know flat Earth sounds crazy because of the way people depict it being a flat piece of land floating in orbit. It's just not seemingly it just wouldn't be the case. It doesn't make much sense, I agree. Okay, hold on here. So then he goes on to explain it as such. Airdrop, MacBook. Hold on here. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. There it is. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, really? 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 You're going to freeze up on me now. Oh, wouldn't you figure it? Wouldn't you figure it? Probably being watched. Oh, yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Hold on. Let's try it one more time here. Sometimes it does do this, though. My MacBook won't take airdrops. Didn't load it all that time, no. Hold up. Settings. Let's see here. AirDrop. Let's see. I don't know why it won't show up on my iPad. Let me see here. Hold on. Just give me 2 seconds, guys. Might even have it. Oh, I do. It should be kind of. Oh, it's kind of on here. Here, just let me skip to it. Boom. Let me skip right to it here. You just gotta look above me, guys. Hold on. So this is how they explain it. He says that ingeniously they took this map, right? They folded it, and there's an ice wall around the ring. When they folded it, essentially, they created, and this is for entertainment purposes only, I'm not saying it's true, guys. Antarctica. Boom. Flat. Folded. Boom. There's Antarctica. Essentially. That's what he's saying. It's kind of crazy. It's out there. It's different, right? It's different. I like hearing out everything. That's just me. I like hearing out everything. You know what I mean? I think everything should be heard. I think everything should be heard. Oh, there it goes. Here, maybe this video is a little better here. Bing. There we go. And there you have it.
That's what they ingeniously done. They're not stupid, they're smart. They know exactly what they're doing. They're manipulating you. And it's really, really, really simple. Thanks for watching once again, and God bless.
That went viral on TikTok. Kind of viral. They did pretty good. About 7,000. A Faraday cage. What's that? The guy, I don't know. Honestly, I'm not even sure who it is. He's on YouTube. I know that. Here. He does a better job at explaining it anyway. I'll play it. Disclaimer, though. Good chance this is not true. If it airdrops. After this video, I'm going to do the survival equipment, guys, and then we're going to call it a day. Come on, baby. Come on. Ooh. Let me see here. Maybe it is. Let's see. Maybe it's here. Yep, it is. You're in luck. Ready, guys? Here, I'll just cancel that one. And center it. It is centered. Bada bing.
I want to explain something to you really, really quick, just in case you... The 30 days, you got to remember a month. Most months are 30 days, 31 days, depending on which month you're speaking of. So it takes 6 months going in and 6 months coming back out. So 6 months to go from Portal 1 to Portal 6. Then
notice the military time around the outside, guys.
To Portal 1.
The 24.
So what they've ingeniously done is took this whole flat Earth map, and they took it and they turned the whole thing into a ball. Now what happens if I take this map right here? If I take this whole map and I just fold the paper up into a ball, well, guess what? This ice ring becomes a white continent on the other side of this piece of paper.
Of the North Pole. Obviously, this is just his claim. This is what he believes. For entertainment purposes only. Whether you believe it or not is up to you.
That's what they ingeniously done. They're not stupid. They're smart. They know
nobody's
exactly
stupid for what they believe in.
Manipulating you, and it's really, really, really simple. Thanks for watching once again, and God bless.
God bless. Interesting. I just thought it was a fascinating perspective, guys. I just thought it was a fascinating perspective. Right? Fascinating perspective. That's all. I mean, it does make sense, but so does heliocentric theory in ways. It definitely does make sense in ways. The heliocentric theory does. Globe Earth makes sense as well. Does it not? Thank you so much, MC. Thank you so much for that $5. I appreciate it. I'm hungry too, y'all. I get tacos tonight. What's up? It's a much bigger globe, you think? Yeah. So you know what I think gravity is? You want to know what my theory on gravity is? Well, somebody has gone over the ice wall. Haven't you heard? Called the Navigator. Yes, gravity is a form of magnetism. Absolutely. And it uses the minerals and elements. I think that it uses the minerals and elements that we have in our body to hold us to the ground. But you also got to think about this. If the flat earth model is real, then essentially what goes hand in hand with that is that space does not exist. That we're actually under a plethora of water, a massive amount of water. Interesting. So they slap for fishing. As above, so below. That's what they say. Truman Show was awesome. In the book of Genesis, that's explained. I'll remember that. Inner ocean or outer ocean? I believe in the, I believe in the vast amounts of water under the earth, if that's what you're talking about. The springs of the great deep, as though it says in the Bible. The fountains of the great deep, that's what it says. Those waters are what flooded the earth. Blink 3 times if the lizard people know. I don't talk to the lizard people. They haven't contacted me yet. I hope they don't. I'll never sell out. Never sell my soul. Oh, there's oceans inside of our ocean, springs inside the earth. Absolutely. Right? Space is a void. Space exists. You guys are doing good in the chat today. I like it. Mostly positive stuff. Glad you stuck around there, Chat Hogan. Glad you stuck around there, buddy. Yeah, the glass ceiling. Yeah. And then The Simpsons. Yep, at the baseball game. So I do hear you on that there, JT Taylor. He said flat Earth is a psyop to keep you from the poles. Take a telescope and you can see all the other planets have holes at the poles. I've actually theorized that and had done videos on that as well. I do believe every planet does have a inner Earth. Absolutely. But yeah, no, I agree with that 100%. I think they all have that for sure. It's a tough one. I like to look at when I like to, kind of, dream or kind of ponder over what the alternative to what we were taught could be. I like to look at the Noskin funded maps. Those are the closest possibility to me to any other thing than globe Earth. But it's hard to say. Yes, that's right. Larry McBroom, huh? Who's that? Where's he at? They on YouTube? Or are they Facebook? I don't see a Facebooker named Larry McBroom. No, must be a YouTube. Troy McDonald. Ashley. Should have a good friend that sounds similar in name to that. Watching on Facebook. Nice. Well, I hope all is well there, sir. What's happening? Facebook. How you doing, buddy? Matt just hate how they gaslight us critical thinkers. Yeah, it's all right. Hopefully sooner or later it'll be, I see more and more platforms coming out that are completely free speech. So, and really, Facebook and YouTube have been really good to me, so I really don't have any complaints at all. What up, Rayburn? Good to see you, buddy. Hell yeah. Good to see you. Hope you enjoyed, man. I'm going to put it on a loop, so if you missed it, I'm going to put it on a loop. Actually, I hope it'll do that. I wanted it to. Let's see where I'm at here. Restream. Yeah, will you guys do me a solid, though? Go add me on Kick, will you? Kick.com. As always, NightGod333. You know the deal. You know what time it is. Kick.com. And then also Rumble. And if you guys want to get a hold of me, I always say NightGod87 at Proton. But y'all, my Twitter is dead. Like, real quiet. Like, dead. So, if you message me on Twitter, y'all, I promise you, I'll respond. If you message me on Twitter, I'll see it and I'll respond. Facebook's a little diluted at this moment. I got to do some catching up on there, but I know for a fact I will see your message on Twitter. So head to Twitter if you want to shoot me a message, suggest content, tell me a story. I'll listen to anybody's stories without criticism. I like hearing all kinds of different stories because I've heard some crazy stuff from y'all. I've had many people admit they've never told anybody stories that they've told me at times, which is cool. I like that they feel comfortable enough to talk to me about it. Because sometimes, bottling something up like that for years and years can get kind of like a stress off your shoulders when you can share your story with somebody. I was hoping that Restream I could loop. Let's see here. I'm live right now. Okay. There I am. Live, fair. Okay, 2 seconds. Where are we at? Let's see this. Where's she here? Stream settings. Please, come on. What do you mean? No backup stream. Don't need that. Okay. That's not it. More. Whole links, chats, destinations. Well, I'm going to have to figure it out. Oh, I didn't even know I was live on Twitch. Twitch as well, guys. Check me out on Twitch. If you guys get bored. Check me out on Twitch. Sorry, guys. If you see me doing this a lot, I got my phone right in front of me, man. I'm not just being weird or nothing. I got my phone right in front of me, so I'm trying to look around it. I still haven't figured out a great way to do that, to record right like this without it being in my way. Yeah, just what it is, kind of. So, well, anyway. Yeah, so be on the lookout. I'm going to loop the stream, hopefully, and it's just going to play over and over and over again for quite a while, hopefully. And people that'll miss it, they will get a chance to see it. All right. It's been good, guys. Oh, hey, hold up. I forgot. I got a little bit more to go. Y'all. Hold up. Let me see here, though. Open, stats, enable, snap. A little bit more to go here. Yeah, stream, output. Gotta be a way. Anyhow, I'm not going to worry about it, I guess. I'm not going to worry about it right now. All right, so survival, y'all. Y'all should be thinking about it, period. Y'all should be thinking about survival. You know what I'm saying? It's real. It's something that is a pretty scary thing. Here, I'll tell you what. I'm just going to do this. I don't know if I can zoom in or not, but here. I really don't need to. Actually, here. I'm going to move it back. Oops. Something fell. I don't know what. Oh, well. Okay. So, recently, I got in some of that survival stuff I was telling you guys about. All right? I'm wearing sweatpants. Don't mind me. Should have threw some jeans on, but. So, I'm going to start with this. Here, let me lower it a little bit. Make sure we're all square here. Let me see. Looks pretty good. I'm going to click a light on and everything. A little better light. Above there. Raise these up. Hold up. Okay. With everything going on, you guys, if you know, and I know they're not, you know, it's not cheap, right? To buy a bug out bag or whatever. Nothing's cheap these days, let's be honest, right? But, you know, they got things like Affirm that you can use on Amazon. There's all kinds of different credit, you know, not saying that you should use your credit, but credit-based payment systems you can use for, you know, your survival is imperative. It's important. And you just never know. It's volatile out here. I mean, look what happened in East Palestine, guys. They don't even know if their water is going to be good. They don't know if they're going to be able to even grow crops for the next 10 years, right? They can't even shower. They're telling them not to shower or drink the water. Their vehicles, everything. It's crazy. It's just crazy. It's ludicrous. What's going on there? So, don't underestimate survival and don't overlook it. Because that day shit does hit the fan, y'all, you'll be damn glad that you had a little bit of preparation. Goes a long ways. Obviously, ammo, guns, all that, but just a small startup survivor pack can go a long ways, guys. Here, I'm going to slide this forward for you. Right here. And I'm not getting paid. I'm not getting paid by this, fam. No money being made on this. This is all just me showing you kind of what I got here. This pack right here was on Amazon. It's called Sustain. Now, because I got a lot of people in my life or whatever that I want to, you know, or you just never know how long you're going to be out. But I got the 4-person. Now, it was a little pricey, but for what you get, not really. Bottom line. But the 2-person is like $199. The 1-person is $100. So, and they send you some pretty cool stuff. And it gives you a pretty good idea of exactly what you should have as far as survival stuff goes. You know what I'm saying? So, it's stuff to the gills. Here, in the front pocket, you got your fire starters, you know. And actually, the old lady saw something on TikTok, right? This girl was doomsday prepping, or she was prepping basically, and she was taking the dryer lint out of the dryer, and she put it in a toilet paper tube, and then tape over the ends, and that's what she's going to use for her fire starter, right? So you can come up with a lot of stuff right at home. You don't have to buy it all, right? But these packs they come pre-made, ready to rock, which is what I liked about it. We were looking at starting and trying to do our own, and it was just like, by the time it's said and done, y'all, I promise you, you're gonna spend more money just doing it on your own. You really are. Bottom line. But that's why we kind of went with the pre-made, ready-made packs, right? So these are emergency blankets. These can also be used, and they're cheap. You can find these cheap on Amazon, you guys. They can also be used as a makeshift tent. You know, tying the string between two trees, put the teepee over the tent, stake her down. You got coverage for the night, right? There's a few of those. And the reason I went with the 4-person was because I wanted more days of food to sustain. And you just never know who you're going to run into, who you're going to try and help, or whatever along the way. You can't have too much of it. Now, this pack, I would say it's all of 25, 30 pounds. 25, 30 pounds, which is pretty heavy. I mean, it doesn't sound heavy, but it's pretty heavy. I think standard issue military packs are like 80 pounds, you know, give or take. You guys probably know that, somebody in the chat. So, here we have glow sticks for safety purposes. Or, you know, if you're stranded, need to be found, crack some glow sticks, pop them out. If it's nighttime, pop them out, spread them out. Whistles for the Annunaki warriors. No. But survivor whistles, key, that's key, right? And then this is a good one right here. This is really key, guys. Flint. Right? These are cool. I've had a couple of these. You don't want to lose it. But this is the type of unit that could... I don't know if I'll be able to get it. There it goes. It's striking. There you go. Yeah. That's the type of unit you don't want to lose. And that is a lifesaver. You know how many fires you can light with this? And when you use these, you guys, it's got this saw teeth. You actually want to take chunks out of this rod here. If you don't, you won't get no spark. You know what I'm saying? So, there's that. More glow sticks. We're going to pass on those. This one came with a knife. Just a little survivor knife. I added my own, you know. I sharpen my own knives and stuff. So, this is a K-bar. Military grade. Marine style knife. And they say, guys, if you use it for any type, or if you think you may use it for combat, it's always good to wrap the handle. Because I guess a lot of times, like if you're ever, say, getting attacked by a bear or something, and you go to, like, get it, and you're getting it, and the blood comes down, a lot of times what happens with these knives, if just for record or whatever, just for FYI, a lot of times what happens with these knives is if you are using it, it can, liquid, I guess, for lack of a better word, will drip and get all over the handle, and a lot of times people will slip and cut themselves on their own knife. So wrap it with a little athletic tape so you can keep that grip firm. We aren't showing off the guns, though, guys, as far as we're going as knives, all right? We aren't showing off the guns. We don't show those off. That's bad. That's an ill taste. Ill taste. So, this one here comes with a bunch of ready-made meals. You know, I'm sure they taste like crap, but I guess when you're in survivor mode and you're stranded in the woods and hiding from who knows what, you'll be damn glad you have this right here. When you're starving, anything sounds good, y'all. You know? Hold up here. Oh, it's a little wet. Anything sounds good when you're starving. Lantern, battery powered, boom. For light. And this is actually, this would surprise me a little bit. It's boxed water. Sure, it don't taste the greatest, but you know, even what's happened in East Palestine, you'd be glad, damn glad. See, water's going to be the biggest thing, you guys. Water's going to be the biggest thing. That's going to be what kills you the quickest out in the wilderness, is water. 3 days, they say. You might get 5, maybe 6, if you're really lucky, and you're getting a little supplement on the way, but it's 4 of those. And then we have, I added this. This is my own addition here. A tool. Boom. Because they come in handy. This came with it. Flashlight. You're going to want light, guys. Definitely going to want light. And then I thought this was pretty cool. There's like a little garage here on the bottom. Boom, boom. And there's a whole other setup down here. First aid. Of course, you got to have your first aid, fan. You never know what could happen out in the wilderness. Or if shit hits the fan. This actually came with a, this is actually like a propane style little burner. I actually got to look at the instruction on how to use this. Because it didn't send any like type propane stuff with it. I don't know exactly. It might be wood based, or I'm not sure, I guess. Have to see. This goes with it as well. Little plates. So that's to cook your food or boil water if you need to. Boil water. But I actually got something for that, you guys. And I would recommend one of these to everybody, y'all. As far as the water situation goes. The straws are nice, don't get me wrong. The straws are nice. They'll work in a pinch. But the straws are no guarantee. In fact, they're far from it. I actually have them. I don't know why I'm not finding them in here. Ah, right there. Oops. Dropped the lantern. So these are a good cheap way right here. You can drink, it's essentially, you got to use semi-clean water with these. You can't just go crazy drinking out of freaking every, creek and pond, you know what I'm saying? But they do filter to a degree, okay? Especially if you use them to run the water through 2 or 3 times. In a pinch, these will do, right? 4 of those. In a pinch, those will do. But I have a little something different. Check these out. These are really cool. I thought these were neat, man. Check these out, y'all. I don't even really want to open them, but I will. These are silverware, or these are your plates, man. These are your plates and bowls and such. Check it out. Huh? Isn't that cool? Breaks right down to flat. Isn't that neat? There's your bowls. That's how you eat. And then if you need a plate, just push it down here. Bada bing. It's silicone. Keep clean. Easy to clean. And portable as hell. I thought those were pretty neat. I've never seen nothing like them. I thought those were pretty cool. But, yeah. That's just a few things. And then I got one more for you guys here. I think just one more. Yeah. Pretty much. And I have one more. That's not my full-on, official, all the way done pack. I actually have another scramble pack that I'm getting ready with a few more necessities, like, I'll have a hatchet in it. Also, I'm going to probably carry the ammo in it. Stuff like that. And then I urge you guys to check on Amazon. I urge you to look into a decent water filter. Okay? An on-the-go, decent water filter. This one's called a Guardian. It's military grade. They have for $100 for really good ones online. All right? I know it sounds like a lot, but when it comes to your life, it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this one's military grade. Oh, crap. So they have these bottles that you can hook right to the bottom. Okay? And it's out in the living room area. I left it. But basically, you take it. And this one, this is the reason I bought this one, guys. And make sure you're, like I said, read them. I said this in the last live. Make sure you're reading them because they'll tell you whether or not they can filter out viruses, bacteria, pathogens, and the like. All right? That's a fine screen. And then this one's really fine. This is supposedly, the one in it is actually one of the finest screens in existence, supposedly. It's so fine, it takes out viruses and pathogens. Like, put it that way. Bacteria. So, actually, hold on. Let me go grab my bottle. So what I did was, I got, so right there in this, this bucket here, I grabbed a bunch of snow water, right? Nasty snow water. Or snow. It's basically snow water. I grabbed it out of like the shoveling piles from shoveling and all that. So they're nasty. It's nasty. I'm going to filter it. Use this. And my canister should be out here. Hold on, guys. Boom. So right here, I thought this was pretty cool. This screws right on, man. Thought this was pretty cool. It screws right on top of this. Bam. Pretty neat. You throw it in here, and as simple as this, you just pump. And it filters everything for you. And they have a bunch of these different variations. You don't even need to spend $100 technically. You can spend less. They had them for less. And this one here is high enough grade. It's basically said to be able to grab pond water. You know, you could probably use it to even drink out of East Palestine water right now, is what they say. And it's supposed to be able to filter it clean as can be. Now, when you get a new one of these, you want to run a certain amount of liters through it. Like I did quite a bit of cycles just to, get it all ran through and primed up. And, I guess it can be kind of nasty tasting if you don't run some water through it. But you can see, guys, that water was dirty. And it pumps clean, solid drinking water into this. Right? Oops. Nope, I don't want to do that. There we go. Still kind of getting the hang of using it, but these are all this one's actually self-cleaning. But, yeah. I even put a little ice from outside in this. Right? Tastes really good. Tastes clean as it can be. Yup, solar panel chargers. Yes, absolutely. I'm definitely getting some of those. Some solar panel chargers. Also, I guess I didn't really explain this, but I got a watch. A watch that's self-running, guys. Self-perpetuating, or like this one's eco-driven. So this one is ran by light. Okay? This is the Citizen, what's it called? ProMaster. Citizen ProMaster right here. And what's cool about this one, y'all, is this one reads elevation and it has an electric compass. Compasses are going to be key, guys. You're going to want a compass. You're going to want to know which direction you're headed in. Absolutely. So, this will actually take this small dial right here, and it'll point due north when you click on it. See that? It's really light. Can't hardly see it, but yeah, there you go. See? Due north. And then you take your bezel, you just move it to due north. Okay, and then it tells elevation. Uses that bigger. Shit. Here. Oh, annoying. So yeah, you get the idea. Get a watch that it can, self-sustain, tells you your direction and all that stuff. And then another thing, if you're with somebody, if it's like, say you and a significant other, guys, boom. Walkie-talkies, priceless. Put them on silent mode. First thing, I did. First thing, put it on silent mode so it don't get you caught or, doesn't give away your position. Yeah, and that's a good start. That's a real good start, guys. Don't underestimate it. Survival is key. You just never know what could happen. You don't know what's in store. And the way things are going right now, nothing is out of the realm of possibility. Don't ever think that we're good. You can't think like that, guys. You just can't. You gotta be prepared. And I highly recommend getting at least, if you don't have one, at least one firearm for at least one firearm for a couple. You guys should at least have one firearm. Pistol, it don't matter. You know what one of the best ones you can get is? One of the best ones you can get is a 22. The rounds are small. You can carry a bunch of them. And you can get 25 and 30 shot clips. 22s will take out deer. No problem. Headshots. But still. 22s are lethal. You can even defend yourself with a 22. Ruger makes a beautiful one. So, I highly recommend it. I'm not saying you should be going out and buying guns. I'm not trying to be this freaking crazy gun enthusiast or nothing. I'm just trying to help you guys out and give you the best advice I can. At the end of days, if something goes off and shit goes wily out here, you're a damn sitting duck if you ain't got a gun. I'm sorry, but you are. You're just a sitting duck. You're at the will of everybody. Because guess what? When shit starts to break down and the fabric of society starts to fold, people turn real quick. You can't trust people, man. People will be robbing and pillaging and stealing, and there will be a point, if the fabric of society ever broke down, where you would have to defend somebody or defend yourself, defend your life, I guarantee. You just gotta keep that in mind. I'm not trying to fearmonger, I'm just being a realist here. Not trying to fearmonger, I'm just being a realist. I grew up with guns, so I'm a safe gun owner, I'm a responsible gun owner, I'm a licensed gun owner. I have a license to carry. I have numerous guns, I got a safe. So they're put up properly. It's just something that, if you aren't used to it, go out and shoot. If you're local, I'd take you out. Don't be afraid of them, that's for sure. Don't be afraid of them. That's as far as I'll go with the old gun content, I guess. I don't want to get my ass in trouble. But I'm just trying to give good advice to my followers. Trying to keep them on point. pretty sure most of you are on the same page. Alright. Well, guys, this bag. I'll tell you the one thing, though. This Sustain bag. Sustain.com, guys. Sustain.com. It's a nice starter pack, guys. It's a very nice starter pack. It'll get you squared away enough to get a good start. It'll get you squared away enough. You'll at least have you'll have food, rations. You'll have some water filtration. You'll have fire starter, shelter, one knife, some weaponry, and it's always good just to take another piece for hunt purposes. And then also cutting trees, you want to be able to cut. String or some rope comes in handy. Lighting, like I say. And then somebody said solar panel chargers. Those are awesome. I'm definitely going to be getting one of those. They have those solar charged power packs now, which are really cool. Sorry, my pants are falling down. My bad. All right. And that's that, guys. Good stuff. It's been fun today. Love you guys. It's been fun as hell for Saturday. I'm going to try and go live on Saturdays for sure. At least once a week. Add me on Kick. Add me on Twitter. Check out the apparel. Keep looking at it because it's going to get better. We're going to add more stuff throughout the week. And be watching for new content, y'all. Because I got some stuff up my sleeve, you know? I got some stuff up my sleeve. Appreciate y'all. Stay in love, stay in light. Hope you have a good Saturday night. Take it easy. Hang with your loved ones. Love everybody. Be kind to all. And treat others how you want to be treated, fam. Alright? Yup, I got wet wipes too. I didn't say the wet wipes, but I do have them. Wet wipes are key for baths and whatnot. So, I definitely got some good stuff coming your way, fam. Thanks for showing up to my lives. Thank you so much for the donations, you guys. Everyone counts. I have the best following in the game. I swear it. Like I said, you guys, you raised so much money for Sheena. Right around $7,000. We didn't quite hit 10, but that's okay. We did good, man. You guys did awesome. She was totally thankful. She was like crying. So we really changed them kids' lives for the better, and we helped her for the better. We really did, guys. Nothing can replace her home, but bottom line, we made that pain just a little bit easier on her. And that was a good thing. Like, what else am I supposed to use that platform for? As soon as I saw it, I was like, I gotta help her. I don't do the GoFundMe thing very much because, like I said, it's a little controversial. A lot of times if I do it, I feel bad because other people hit me up to do it, and I just can't do a lot of it. That was just a situation where she's close on my dad's, my uncle's. She's always helping them with, like, their health stuff, getting them to doctors. And my old man's old school. He don't do all that stuff. He's not very logistically oriented. So she helps out a lot with that. And, she's kind. She's always kind and nice and treats others kindly and is a decent soul, so I felt I should do it. But, yes, for sure. Thank you. I have the best crews around, man. Love you guys so much. Yes, I will stay humble as always. And you guys are the best family I could ask for, I tell you. It becomes that way after a while, So, thank you guys. Keep watching. Share. Comment. Keep me in the algorithm so I can spread the word. All right? Love you guys. Peace. Make sure you get them bug out bags.